Good morning to all. I am Prof.Manavalam. Now we are going to see about the structure of placenta, at the same time the functions of placenta. The placenta, it is a Greek word and it is mean flat cake. It is a complex temporary organ. It is composed of maternal as well as fetal tissue through which the nutrients are supplied for the developing embryo from its mother. So it is a sole connection or link between or bond between the mother as well as fetus. Parts of placenta. It has the two parts, fetal surface and maternal surface. First we will see about the fetal portion. So fetal portion is formed from the chorion frondosum or chorionic plate. Fetal surface, it looks like a shiny and silky in appearance because of it's covered by the amnion. That's why it's having that appearance. In fetal surface, while we are examining the fetal surface, we will see the umbilical arteries and veins running through that visibility we can see. And also the umbilical cord that is attached in the center of the fetal surface, that also we will see it in the fetal surface. Next, the amniotic membrane that is covering the fetal surface, it is secreting the amniotic fluid. It's mainly serving as a protection and a cushion for the fetus. So in order to avoid unwanted injury or trauma to the fetus, at the same time, it is facilitating the exchanges between all type of exchanges between the mother as well as fetus. So this is the parts of placenta. Next, maternal surface. Maternal surface, it is dark maroon or brown in color because of the maternal vessels which will pour in blood into this. It has the cotyledon in it. The number of cotyledons are 15 to 20 cotyledons. So these cotyledons are divided by lobules. These lobules, between the lobules, the septa, it is present between the lobules. So after delivering the placenta, main responsibility as a midwife, we have to check the completeness of the placenta after taking out the membranes, the two membranes, amnion and chorion, that's covering the placenta. That membranes you have to take it out and you have to peel it out and you have to check the presence of cotyledons and then you have to count the number of cotyledons. So we have to note it out the missing of cotyledons. At the same time, the completeness of placenta also we have to check it. Any infection or calcification also we have to note it while doing the placental examination. So this is about the two surface of parts of placenta. There is maternal surface as well as fetal surface. Next, the structure of umbilical cord. It is a connection between the placenta and the fetus. It is inset slightly eccentric, not in the center. It is midway between the center to the margin. So that's why it is called as eccentric position in the chorionic plate. Actually, it contains one umbilical vein and two umbilical arteries. This umbilical vein, it is carry the nutrients and oxygenated blood from the maternal vessels from the placenta to the fetus. At the same time, the umbilical arteries that is taking out the waste product and deoxygenated blood from the fetus to the placenta. Next, move on to the functions of placenta. First function is nutrient uptake and delivery, nutritional function. So all the essential nutrition which will be delivered from the maternal to the fetus through the placenta. First, the glucose. The glucose which will be readily crossed from the maternal surface to maternal area to the fetal area through the placenta. The glucose is very essential component for the energy and the fetal growth in later weeks. So it is happening through the placenta. Next, the fatty acid, not only glucose, the essential fatty acids and non-essential fatty acids and amino acids also, it will be transmitted through this. and electrolytes, the important electrolytes which will be readily transmitted, vitamins, fat soluble and water soluble. The water soluble vitamins, it will be easily crossing. The fat soluble vitamin is slowly it will be getting crossed through this. This process usually taking place by simple division, most of this process, or active transport. Next, temperature regulation. It is regulated because it has the placenta, it is covered the amnion. The amnion is having the amniotic fluid. It's regulating the temperature. Next, immune function. Though fetal immune system is not developed like an adult, so it is mainly depending on inside. While it is residing inside the womb, it is mainly depends on the mother immunity. So most of the immunoglobulin, example the IgG antibodies, it is readily cross the placental barrier and it is entering into the fetal immune system and it is boosting the fetal immune system and it's preventing the entering of certain organism and providing immunity to the fetus. Waste removal. So it's the urea, uric acid, creatinine, certain types of waste which will from the fetus, it is excreted through the placenta into the maternal circulation. Next, respiratory function or gas exchange. The oxygenated blood from the placenta, from the maternal side through the placenta, it is entered through the umbilical vein and supplied to the fetus. At the same time, the carbon dioxide, it will be going through the umbilical artery into the placenta. From the placenta, it is entered through the maternal circulation. So that function also done by the placenta. Next, hormone production and secretion. So it is producing certain hormone. Early weeks, the corpus luteum, which will be secreting most of the hormone. Once the 10th week of pregnancy, the placenta is fully getting formed and it taking over the function of corpus luteum and started to producing the hormone like estrogen and progesterone. Apart from that, growth hormone, human placental lactogen, prolactin and relaxin. These are all the hormones secreted by the placenta apart from the HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin. These are all the hormones. Here the estrogen and progesterone is essential to continuation of the pregnancy for development of the structures. The estrogen was helping for the connective tissue structures development for all those things function. Apart from that, the maternal adaptation to pregnancy. The placenta, it is an organ, it is mainly adopting the physiological changes that is taking place in between the mother as well as the fetus. So this is also the function of the placenta. So apart from that, certain electrolytes as well as water also transmitted from the maternal side to the fetal side through the placenta. And also it is contributing part of the amniotic fluid development. So these are all the certain essential functions of the placenta. As a conclusion, the placenta is a remarkable organ which plays a vital role in ensuring the satisfactory growth and development of the fetus. But further research we need to increase our understanding about the mechanism that happening between the placenta as well as the fetus, especially in the drug transfer, because some of the drugs which is lesser than 500 daltons, it is readily cross the placental barrier and it great impact on the fetal health and well-being. So that's why. And one more thing, certain organisms like infectious organism, the most of the viral and certain bacteria, take as an example of Treponema pallidum, tuberculobacillus, it is readily cross the placental barrier and it affect the fetus. So the placental barrier, it is readily available to provide the immunity function against these organisms. So that's all about the placental structure and its function. Thank you all.